What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck OLED and LCD gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're gonna try out a game called Subliminal. Now, this game, by the looks of how it looks, it probably will not run very well. But who knows? Maybe it's one of those games that looks really nice, but doesn't cost a lot to run. But guess what? We're gonna hop in and find out. And if it doesn't run well, then we'll know. So, let's waste no more time and hop on in. So, here's what we're going to try. Just basically lowest settings you can, which are medium. There are no even low settings in this game. And it kind of fools you at first, because you start off in some pretty small rooms with not a lot going on. But the second you hit, like, I'd say probably the most advanced room, which comes on pretty quick, it's like a pool room with all sorts of frickin' water going everywhere. We dropped right under 30 FPS, down in like 25 to 32. Some people still might play like that, but let's go get some gameplay.
Hello. Hello. I am you. Or rather, a particularly articulate aspect of you. I am your conscious, your sense of direction. That faint voice on your shoulder that whispers, perhaps that slice of cake is a bit unnecessarily wide. That's often me. Though, admittedly, sometimes you don't listen. But that's all right. We're a team, you and I. A slightly disagreeable team at times, but a team nonetheless. Now, I imagine you're feeling a tad disoriented, uncertain possibly, like a sock that's lost its pair in the dryer of existence. But not to worry, this is perfectly normal. To start, your name is Caleb, and this vast void of nothingness that we're currently floating in is your mind. It's not always empty, of course. We're just doing a bit of maintenance at the moment. And actually, that's precisely why you're here. You see, sometimes our mind can get a bit gummed up, running low on that pure, uncomplicated joy that makes life worth it. In these times, we, or rather you, need to pop in and give it a small infusion of joy. A nudge, really, to get the gears of our mind back into motion. How do we get that joy? I'm glad you asked. While it might seem empty here at the moment, there are in fact little momentary bits of happiness tucked away all around us in our memories. And that's precisely where we're going. To go capture that very essence of joy. How do we access these memories? Another great question. It's quite simple. All you need to do is focus. Maybe there's a specific plant you remember from your parents' bedroom. Or perhaps that faint smell of chlorine from a day at the water park. Focus on that, and suddenly you might find yourself in the middle of that very park again. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are a few precautions we should go over. I see you've centered your attention on our childhood basement. This is a great start, but not exactly what we're looking for. Our memories here, and their corresponding feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and soul-crushing guilt, are rather inconvenient. So, while I find a way to properly reorient onto our designated path, please find a way to occupy yourself. I'll be back momentarily.
So, same thing. on the OLED here. And we're not even at 800p, we're at like 70 something. I think, what was it, 74% render? And interesting, it actually has, what does it say? We're our GPU as a 0932. Interesting. I think the other one was completely different, even though they're very similar. Anyway, why don't we hop in, see what this one does, and then we'll get a little cam-recorded gameplay.
On our childhood basement. This is a great start, but not exactly what we're looking for. Our memories here, and their corresponding feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and soul-crushing guilt, are rather inconvenient. So, while I find a way to properly reorient onto our designated path, please find a way to occupy yourself. I'll be back momentarily. I'm sure it's nothing. Here. It seems we unfortunately don't have as much time as I'd hoped. We'll need to pop over to a different, happier memory rather soon. I imagine you're feeling a bit unsettled. But please don't worry. These knocks are just little intrusive thoughts. They're not real in any capacity, only little flickers of our imagination. And it looks like we're going to play a little precautionary game. Quite a simple one, really. Just listen to the doors on either side of this room, and if one starts to creep open, hurry over and close it. Just a little game of focus. You've got this.
Now for a little camera-recorded gameplay. And this thing has probably been telling me what to do like the whole time. But I've been deaf up until just a couple seconds since we started this video, so hopefully if he has, he'll say what to do again. Okay, well it seems like... Oh. Alright, I don't think I want the TV on anymore. I remember half of those commercials from being a kid.
No worries. F5 and 35 vitamin E, lutein, and omega-3. C. Get ready to jump in because he says 35 manual brush. Pulse deep between teeth. Dab and rub. No worries. F5 and 35 vitamin E, lutein, and omega-3. C. Get ready to jump in because he says 35 manual brush. Pulse deep between teeth. Dab and rub. No worries.
Still can't go there.
And omega-3.
Hey, this is weak. Isn't it?
No worries. F5 and 35 vitamin E, lutein, and omega-3. Get ready to jump in because he says 35 manual brush.
Alright, I thought plugging the TV was...
No worries.
Can we do anything with it?
Vitamin E, lutein, and omega-3. Get ready to jump in because he says
Alright, is there a remote I'm supposed to look for or something?
no worries. F5 and 35 vitamin E, lutein, and omega-3. Get ready to jump in because he
Aw. I want to throw it into the fan. Well, there's got to be more than to the game than just this house's couple rooms here. What am I missing here? Alright, maybe we're supposed to unplug the TV now. Nope.
No worries. F5 and 35 vitamin E,
Huh.
lutein,
Well, I definitely don't know what the hell I'm doing. I figured once the TV got turned on, we would figure out like a door would unlock or something. But other than having that thing on repeat, it doesn't really seem like we've gotten anywhere. And like I said, there's gotta be more to it than just this room. What am I missing? Usually I'm pretty good at these. I'm not usually stuck for this long. What am I forgetting? Or not seeing, rather, not forgetting. I don't have anything to do with forgetting. Ah. Huh. So there's probably something to do with that then. So let's look around. We probably have to set that to a certain time, is what that tells me. But now we know. What that is, I have no idea.
No worries. At 5 and 35 vitamin E, lutein, and omega-3.
Oops. What was the one that changed? There we go.
I'm sure it's nothing. Here. It seems we unfortunately don't have as much time as I'd hoped. We'll need to pop over to a different, happier memory rather soon. I imagine you're feeling a bit
This is not the
unsettled.
game's fault. This is
But
just my
please
Steam
don't
Deck
worry.
being a tool.
These knocks are just little
When you try to
intrusive
play
thoughts.
Heavy
They're
duty
not
games
real
online, it
in
just
any
like
capacity.
throttles itself now,
Only
I
little
guess.
flickers of our imagination.
It's annoying, but that is
And
just
it
what it
looks
does.
like we're going to play a little precautionary game. Quite a simple one, really.
Either way,
Just listen
I
to the
got
doors
more
on
than
either
enough
side of this
to
room.
record gameplay, so
And if
let's
one
move on
starts
to
to
the
creep
OLED.
up-
Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay. Stop opening my doors. These are my doors, leave them alone.
It appears your focus is ever so slightly slipping. To prevent us from slipping any further, please ensure this memory stays fully and entirely illuminated.
Screw that. Stop shutting my lights off.
Wonderfully done, Caleb. Unfortunately, it appears this memory is still exhibiting signs of unpleasantness, discomfort, and existential dread. So, rather than dealing with all this mess now, why don't we take a stroll around and try to focus on something else?
Sounds like a plan.
What a lovely painting.
Whoa. Yep, this is what I was thinking. Once you got to a bigger spot, it's probably not going to be the greatest experience.
It looks like you've left something on the floor.
Where? What? Where?
I see you've managed to find a rather gloomy corner in this otherwise joy-filled memory. Please immediately disregard whatever feelings cause you to seek this out, and return to the happier parts of this memory. I dropped something on the floor. So far, I'm not seeing nothing on the floor. But I've walked right past the things I've needed in games a million times before, so I'm probably just doing it again. Conceptual safeguard, eh? Alright, so I really can't go up there. So what am I missing? He said drop something on the floor. What is on the floor?
figured maybe I was supposed to shoot something with one of these. Well, regardless, I think that's more than plenty. So let's go wrap the video on up. Alright guys, that's a wrap for Subliminal on the Steam Deck OLED and LCD. And it kind of fools you, because in the very beginning, it puts you in really small little places, and it barely scrapes by. The second we got to a little bit bigger room with some stuff going on, we were struggling to even stay at around 30. Now, there's still probably some people that could play like that, but I have a feeling that that's still not even remotely close to the worst. So there's probably sometimes we might even drop down under 20. So if you're okay with all that, give it a shot. It doesn't seem to be crash happy or anything like that. The one older Steam Deck loves to throttle if you play heavy duty games like this on it, which was never what I got these for in the first place, but since I have them, I figure I might as well try some stuff like this, as silly as it may be, because how else will we know? Most of the time we think, oh no, it can't handle it, and then it's surprising. Some of the games I think it can't handle at all, it does just fine. And then other games I think, oh, this should be a just easy as pie. And then it's like, oh, nope, can't do it all. Can't even get like 12 FPS. And I'm like, all right, see, this is exactly why I make these videos. Plus I get to try out all sorts of fun games I wouldn't have tried out otherwise. So it's fun for everyone. Anyway, that's all for the video though. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, well, I can't do peace out with that hand yet, so a left-handed peace out, and until the next video.